What is up, you beautiful people out there on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman. Welcome back to the DM Shockman Institute on this final episode of our season two of our series of D&D 5e Simplified, when we cover the races in this season. Today we're going to be focusing on the Dragonborn, those scaly and lovable dragon folk that we love so much, and that apparently took a while to be able to get right. Really quick before we dive into things, please do me two really quick favors. First off, please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It helps out immensely with the algorithm on YouTube. Thank you so much. Secondly, please be sure to comment down below, what kind of Dragonborn are you? Are you a black Dragonborn with an acidic tongue? Are you more of a blue Dragonborn who electrifies the room? Or are you a gold Dragonborn with the regal presence of a god? Let me know down below. Okay, so this is going to be a relatively quick one, though it might take a little bit because I have to go through all of the different things. Two really quick things really quick. First off, Dragonborn, base as they are in the player's handbook, are kind of a lackluster race. I'm not going to go too much into that. Suffice to say that there was a lot of work that was done over some of the supplements that made them a lot better. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything being the key one that I'm referring to. So I would highly recommend before you choose to play a Dragonborn, check out Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I would highly recommend looking in there for the rewrites. It makes it a lot better, and I really enjoy what they did with it. Secondly, I do want to point out that Dragonborn are... I'm not going to go into the history of them because it's convoluted even in the game lore of how they were created or born or what have you. But suffice to say that there are many different types. As many different types of dragons as there are, for the most part, there are Dragonborn. What I will tell you about, though, is that there are... Let me see here. Covered in the book, there are... Let's see. 1, 2... There are 10 different types. 5 chromatic and 5 metallic, which is kind of cool. First off, I'm going to start off with the different types, and then we'll go over the different things in there, and then we'll go over the mechanics. So here we go. So first off, starting in alphabetical order, we're going to go with black. The black Dragonborn have acid for their damage type, and their breath weapon allows them to do a 5 by 30 foot line using a dex save to be able making people have to do a dex save to be able to not take damage. Then we have blue, which are basically lightning, same basic thing. We have brass, which are fire, which are the same basic thing. We have bronze, which is lightning, same basic thing. We have copper, which is acid, same basic thing. And then we move into the other ones, which are gold, which is fire, which is a 15-foot cone, again a dex save. We then have green, which is poison. This is the only one, as far as I know, that does poison. Again, 15-foot cone, con save this time. We have red, which is fire, 15-foot cone, dex save. We have silver, which is cold, 15-foot cone, con save. And then we have white, which is also cold, 15-foot con save. 15-foot cone, con save. One thing you will notice is that for the most part, with a very few number of exceptions, the metallics and the metallic dragons and the chromatic dragons kind of have each have their own antithesis in each other. Reds go up against golds. Bronze go up against blues. Blacks go up against silvers. Brasses go up against whites, and so on and so forth. Anyway, would just highly recommend checking it out. And again, I can't stress it enough. Check out Tasha's Cauldron of Everything for the thing. For all of the details. They overhaul the thing so much more, and I highly recommend it. But with all of that shilling and tomflattery all out of the way, let's dive into the mechanics. So we have, for their ability score increases, we get a +2 to their strength and a +1 to their charisma. They get, for their age, young Dragonborn grow quickly. They walk hours after hatching, attaining the size and development of a 10-year-old human child by the age of 3, and reach adulthood by 15. They live to around 80 years old. So they mature a lot quicker than humans, but they usually live about the same length of time. Kind of weirded out by that. It's like you'd think that since they have dragon blood in them that they live a little bit longer, but hey, to each their own. Size, Dragonborn are taller and heavier than humans, standing well over 6 feet tall and averaging about 250 pounds. Your size is medium when you choose one. For your speed, your base walking speed is 30 feet. For their special things, they get access to Draconic Ancestry. You have Draconic Ancestry. Choose one of the type of the Draconic Ancestry table. Your breath weapon and damage resistance are determined by the damage type as shown on the table. So yeah. You get your breath weapon. A little bit about the breath weapon in the PHB, that is. You can use your breath weapon to exhale destructive energy. Your draconic ancestry determines the size, shape, and damage of the type of exhalation. When you use your breath weapon, each creature in the area of the exhalation must make a saving throw. The type of which is determined by your draconic ancestry. Let's see how many times we can say that. The DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus. A creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The damage increases to 3d6 at 6th level, 4d6 at 11th level, and 5d6 at 16th level. After you use your breath weapon, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. I am going to stop for a moment and say that is one of the key things that they changed in Tasha's Cauldron. Check it out. In addition, you also get resistance, draconic resistance, or damage resistance rather. You have resistance to the damage type associated with your draconic ancestry, which is kind of cool. In addition to that, you also get languages to end things off. You can speak, read, and write Common and Draconic. Draconic is thought to be one of the oldest languages and is often used in the study of magic. The language sounds harsh to most other creatures and includes numerous hard consonants and that's actually, I think, a typo. They said syllabants, but it's actually syllables, I think. I don't know, question mark. Anyway, folks, that's gonna about cover the mechanics. What I would say about the Dragonborn in the PHB to end off this season of D&D 5e Simplified is that the Dragonborn was a novel attempt in the PHB to allow people to make a dragon. In 3.5, they had the half dragon, but they didn't have the Dragonborn as a playable race. This kind of bridges the gap between playing an actual dragon or a dragon-blooded person and playing a half dragon. I just think they could have gone about it differently, and I'm really, really happy that they eventually went back and redesigned it, as they have done with several things that got some serious feedback. So I'm really glad about that. Anyway, folks, that's going to about do it for us for this season and this episode in this season of D&D 5e Simplified. Thank you so much for joining me on this season, on this journey of Season 2. I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you to everyone out there who's liked and shared and just subscribed. This series has been doing really well. I really hope you guys are having a great summer by the time you're seeing this episode. Last but not least, please be sure, as per usual, to follow the links down in the description. You know what they do, you know where they go, you know what to do. I'm Michael Schockman. I've been your host and commentator, and until next time, folks, remember, as always, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we'll see you guys again soon in the Institute. Bye-bye, guys.